did you start your fitness journey?
So when I started my fitness journey, I was going in from year 6 to year 7. And it was more so the fact that it wasn't I was starting it because I wanted to. It was more I was getting the backhanded compliments. So I was a bit bigger of a bigger girl going into year 7 towards other females who were also in the same grade who were a bit skinnier. So I went into CrossFit for my first 2 years. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. But I got to the end of the 2 years and I was like getting a little bit bored because you only do certain things. It's like a group class. So I moved to the gym for a year. I convinced my dad that I was going to go there every day. And I did for the next 12 months, but I literally was just on the cardio equipment. That was it for the whole 12 months, doing like some bodyweight circuits. Obviously nothing changed, didn't get much results from that. So then I decided I was going to go to my Cert 3 and 4. Did my Cert 3 and 4 and I actually got to learn along the way how to train, why I'm training, what to train and what to do in the future. So that's pretty much where I started my health and fitness journey, was after my Cert 3 and 4, and then I got to move into training for 5 years with all that knowledge and now training other girls.
You have your own business, Swabi Squats. What was your inspiration in starting this business?
Ooh. The inspiration from starting this business was purely because I didn't have any help along the way, and I felt like if I had been helped, I went through anorexia and binge eating disorders. I also lost my period for a whole year, and I feel like if I had help along the way, I wouldn't have had all those like harsh events happen towards me, as well as the fact that I could have had an easier success in regards to my health and fitness instead of having to go through 4 to 5 years of like eating disorders and really bad body dysmorphia. So it was more just the fact that I wanted to help other girls not have to go through that and have a bit more of a smoother run.
You say your mission is to empower women and allow them to feel confident. How do you feel you best achieve this mission?
Okay, so I think I best achieve this mission because a lot of girls don't believe, one, they can even go to the gym. So giving them a program, giving them someone like by their side to show them, yep, it's also just a gym. Like all you have to do is walk in, you're already there. I think that's a massive one. Like getting someone actually to go to gym is more of the bigger part. And then once the girls are already in the gym, now they're like, okay, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I've been doing the same thing for the past 2 years and nothing's really going. So they're not actually getting any like endorphins, not getting any positive feedback from all the work they're doing. So I think giving them a program that actually physically works, that makes them realize, oh, I'm actually putting in work, I'm actually now getting results back. I think that's what really empowers women, that they're not just putting in work and getting nothing back.
Did you learn what the best way to grow your glutes truly was?
It was definitely a lot of trial and error. Like I said, I did the Cert 3 and 4. That did, like, hands down, that taught me a lot and that got me into my era to be, a fitness trainer. But I didn't learn what I do now, like what I have now, without all the experience and trial and error. I have one girl right now. She's been with me since day one, so I think we've trained for nearly 2.5 years together, 3 years. And she's been from the first program I made, and she's backed me the whole way. But we're going to be honest, between me and her, we both know the first year that we did programming together, it was shocking. She made some progress, but she was going to because she was a beginner. If she wasn't a beginner and she'd already trained prior, there's no way she would have made the progress in the first year. So we did a lot of trial and error together. And then I also went into deeper investments with other coaches, getting what they thought would work best, doing mentorships, paying money towards them to coach me, and then I would test out the workout. So I actually today don't have any workouts that I sell for glutes that I haven't done before, just to make sure they actually work and it's not just a prescribed random set of exercises. So it's pretty much like the way I learn is trial and error, and then just paying people to keep teaching me. So, because each day changes, like every year something new comes out and you go, oh, is that actually real? Does that actually help? Or every person's different, so you have to make sure you know about each individual person to make sure the program will work for everyone.
Yeah. What is your favourite gym exercise that you suggest to build muscle growth in your glutes?
This is controversial. I think hip thrusts are number one. Because there's so many variations you can do. We've got dead stop, constant, cast, and you can train it in the contracted position, which is where the glutes grow most. In saying that though, a deficit reverse lunge is superior because it goes contracted and lengthened. So you get 2 exercises in one. But I would have to say if I had to only give one exercise for the rest of my life, it would be a hip thrust.
That's my favourite. Okay. What challenges have you faced along the way in your fitness coaching and overall journey?
Okay, so starting from the start, it would be the only reason I got into fitness was because of like peer pressure. More so, it was just like my confidence was so low, and people telling me that I didn't look like this girl. I was like, oh fuck, like should I look like her? Um, so that would be the first one, getting into it for the bad, like the wrong reason. Then going through anorexia, monorrhea, and binge eating disorders, like that took quite a while. That was like 2-3 years stint of like having to go to a doctor, having to talk to my parents, which when you're younger, you don't want to tell your parents anything, but obviously it shows through, like you're getting skinnier or you're gaining weight or you're eating a mass amount of food and then the next day they don't see you eating it all. I think those two, like getting in for the wrong reasons and then the massive like 3-year stint of like really bad eating was the worst part. And then I would say along the way is like when I have started my business is that no one's going to trust in you unless you trust in yourself. And unfortunately, when you start a business, you don't always back yourself. Like you're still like, oh, I'm new, there's better people out there. So until you get that confidence where you go, no, I know what I'm doing works, people actually like me, like I have authority in this place, you don't actually get too far. So you still have to work that side job. So when I first started my business, I've been in it for 3 years now. I'm only just in my 3rd year and now it's my full-time job. The first 2 years this was my side hustle and I was in the bakery, cafe, or I was at the gym cleaning all the equipment just to make the money so I could have that side hustle. So I think it's like the actual growing into the business takes a lot longer than people think. It's not like overnight success. And then pretty much only personal, I'd say personal experience bringing up from it is more so like that just interior, that mental mindset, having to fight against like that little devil in the back of your head saying like, give up now, like stop doing it, or people don't actually want your help. So I think they've been my biggest challenges.
That sounds really good. You have a YouTube channel where you post frequently. Is this something you would like to pursue further more seriously, or is it more like a diary?
Yeah, my YouTube one's an interesting one because I jumped on it 2 years ago, posted one video and then never posted again, purely based on the fact that technology and me just don't get along. I don't understand how everyone records it so smoothly, edits it, and like has a nice, really good camera. I used to have like a really nice Canon camera and it just was so hard for me to use, so I've gone back to my phone. It's definitely something I want to get into, but I think I put too much pressure on it. Like Instagram for me is so easy because it's just, I get the photo, I make it on Canva, and then I post it straight away. I know exactly what I want to do. Whereas on YouTube, I'm like, I feel like I have to think about what I'm doing, what people actually want to watch. Like I'm not going to go on YouTube and watch an hour video, and most of my content's like an hour long. So I think it's more just the it's how to do it and what to do.
What advice would you give young girls wanting to start going to the gym or become a personal trainer?
So to start going to the gym, I would literally just say like, go. It's like, it sounds so simple and it sounds so like, that's stupid. Like, why would you give that advice? Most girls don't think they have the permission to go. I think it's literally giving the permission for someone to go. Like when I train my clients, the first time I meet them, it's taken them like 5-6 months to actually text me and be like, hey, I want to sign up with you. We sign up. The first thing she does is come in and she's like, oh, it's actually not that hard. I'm like, no, it's literally you wanted that permission for someone to say, okay, you can start now, or you can go to the gym. Because the amount of girls who go, I'll start next Monday, I'll start before summer, like they don't do it because they haven't been told, or they don't think anyone's watching, they don't think anyone's supporting them. And that's the other big thing, is that no one thinks they're supported unless they have like they're paying for someone, which is true, but you can also find that elsewhere. Go to your parents, be like, hey, I'm starting a gym now. Because when I did that, I was like, Mum, Dad, I'm starting a gym. Can I please, go? And had to get their permission. Then I had to prove to them I was going. If you don't have anyone supporting you, it doesn't mean you have to prove yourself to them, but no one's actually asking, oh, how'd the gym go today? No one's holding you accountable. If you have that person with you, supporting you, mum, dad, boyfriend, coach, you've now got someone going, oh, hey, did you go into the gym? Or how was the workout today? Or like, oh, I haven't seen you in the gym for a while. And they're like, oh, people are watching, I actually have to go. And then the second thing I would say is like, definitely get help. I spent 5 years where I probably could have made a lot of fucking difference to myself, to my life, to my business. But I waited for the last final minute to actually ask someone for help because I was like, oh, okay, now I need it. If I had it 5 years ago, the place I could have been now could have been like astronomical. I could have been so far ahead of where I am now, but I waited to ask for help. So I'd say first thing, get in the gym, find a community. And then second thing would be ask for help. whether it's a friend, like it doesn't even have to be a coach, but like asking someone, hey, how do I actually do this? Instead of going, oh, I think I know because I've seen it on Instagram.